Zero and the Search for Effective Zen. Episode 33. How do we recognize a teacher as enlightened? Have you ever gotten life advice from someone who clearly had no idea what they were talking about? Like a guru selling inner peace, while rage tweeting about airline food? Yeah, that. Today we're cracking open one of the most misunderstood, but mission-critical ideas in Buddhism. How does one actually recognize a teacher as enlightened? And here's the thing, it's not the robe, not the shaved head, not the obligatory smile, not even the free-range sandalwood beads. Let's zoom out. In our quest to answer the question, is this Zen mountain? We concluded you need 3 things for the activity of Buddhism to manifest. First, you need an enlightened teacher. Second, you need a clear picture of the path to the top of Zen mountain, to the realization of infinite mind. And third, you need an understanding of all the obstacles expected along the way. Recently, we drilled down on the first piece, enlightened teachers, and what actually qualifies someone. Turns out, the Buddha himself handed us the checklist, tucked inside the Tevijja Sutta. And in the sutta, the Buddha laid out 4 requirements. First, the teacher must have actually reached the place they claim to teach about. Shocking. I know. Second, they must understand the larger context surrounding that destination. Third, they must know the path or paths that lead there. And finally, they must still be walking the walk themselves. But theory's easy. How do we spot enlightenment in real life? Again, from the Tevijja Sutta, the Buddha identifies 3 important signs. Demeanor, engagement, understanding. First up, demeanor. Here, the Buddha illustrates the notion of demeanor by pointing out the fundamental hypocrisy demonstrated by the local Brahmins, saying, how can you claim to unite with something, like, say, Brahma, if you're the complete opposite? Brahma isn't possessive, isn't angry, isn't hateful, isn't uncertain, and isn't undisciplined. So if a teacher demonstrates any of those 5 characteristics, possessiveness, anger, hatred, uncertainty, or chaos, sorry, enlightenment revoked. Next, engagement. The Buddha offers a razor-sharp analogy. Imagine asking a local how to get into town. Even being from the area, they might hesitate. Maybe they're shy or distracted. But a realized one? Zero hesitation. Because when you've really lived it, it flows out like breathing. So when a teacher's asked about the far shore, do they hem and haw? Or is the path laid out clean, clear, and confident? And finally, understanding. An enlightened teacher isn't just tossing buzzwords like impermanence, suffering, and purity around like confetti at a bad wedding. They've wrestled with these paradoxes. They've sat with them. They've moved beyond the temptation to just hand-wave and declare. It's all words, man. Because teaching isn't about looking good, sounding trendy. It's about helping students actually understand. And teachers demonstrate their own understanding by presenting for each student a clear picture of the entire puzzle before all the pieces are in place.
So where does that leave us?
We now have the blueprint for recognizing an enlightened teacher. Demeanor, engagement, understanding. But there's still one burning question left hanging in the air. How do we tell if a teacher is not just enlightened, but effective? And so, for the next episode, we ask the question: what makes for an effective teacher?